Hi everyone, George back with another video. Today I'm just going to show you what I've picked up in the last week or so. Maybe about 6 items. Hopefully the shops will open in 2 or 3 weeks time. Who knows? But anyway, first up is the Cranberries. No need to argue. This is from 1994. This was released last year, 2020. It's a big hit. Well, there's 4 singles on this album, but Zombie obviously being their biggest hit, and I think the most viewed video on YouTube or whatever. Comes as a double album, so 3 sides are the original LP, and the 4th side is made up of a couple of B-sides, an MTV live track, and the track Close to You by the Carpenters. Sadly, Dolores O'Riordan took her life, I think maybe a couple of years ago. A beautiful singer though. Fantastic album. So good to get this in the collection. I have their first album I've had for a long time. Beautiful singer. Fantastic. From Ireland. Next off is an old favourite, Kate Bush, Hounds of Love, on the EMI Centenary label. Virgin vinyl, 180 grams, high quality sleeves, analogue cutting from analogue tapes. So most of them are done from the analogue tapes, and this is 1985 originally released. The classic series is from 1997. So side A is really Hounds of Love, and side B is the Ninth Wave. Favourite album of mine is my 3rd copy. Had an original UK. Sold that when I got the box set, Kate Bush LPs, and seen this for a good price. The Discogs price on this is, I think it's around about £80, £85. This was mint brand new from 1997. I paid £37 for it. The medium price is £50 on Discogs, so a good buy if nothing else. Sound quality is fantastic. EMI Centenary. Look out for them. So next off we have another old favourite. Sorry, I'll go around in circles with a lot of artists. But anyway, I've not bought anything from this guy for a long time, though I've showed him before. And this is his compilation album, Strings of Steel. It's Michael Hedges on the Windham Hill label. So this is the original European, I'll get to this in a moment, that's the original UK European copy. I don't think this was ever released in America, so this is a USA promo copy. I seen on eBay a month or so ago, and made a wee bid and didn't get it, so I looked on Discogs, and this chap in America had it for $30 or nearest offer. I offered him $20, he accepted. And postage was, he had it down as $27 for the UK, $27. Anyway, he got back to me and says, I think that's a bit high. He says, I'll give you a refund. I say, that's okay, keep the money. Looked at his records and I stuck another record in there. Does his extra packing, I suppose, anyway, and I'll show that in a minute. So I'll give him a few dollars more. Made up the balance, so it made a good deal for me. So the only difference, apart from the covers being different, is this album doesn't have the track all along the watchtower. It has Ready or Not. It's just fantastic. So it's promo copy. What you also get is a sort of tour. I presume this went out to the radio stations in the US. So a wee bit promotional. Michael got his hair cut by then. Some newspaper articles. And this is one of the albums I played constantly when I first got it. What did I say it was? 1986. So some write-ups there. And then we get this. Brilliant. 1988. Michael Hedges, Strings of Steel. So love the cover. I was really glad to get this. I'll maybe try play a track. I'll maybe stop the video and then play a track. So got this, and while I was waiting for this is why I like collecting artists that only have 3 or 4 albums. They don't have much to pick up as opposed to like David Bowie, spend your life buying Bowie stuff. So you had first 2 albums were instrumental. His third album was a vocal album. 4th album was a live album, and Strings of Steel was the 5th album on vinyl. Then he released 4 CDs, I think most of them on Windham Hill, and then tragically died in a car crash, I think, which was unfortunate. Anyway, they only released 1 single, and it was from this compilation, and again I think it was only released in the UK. I've got the 7-inch version I've picked up, and I knew about this, but I guess I was just completing it. It's all along the watchtower. Obviously Jimi Hendrix version is supposed to Bob Dylan, and I thought why not, because 3 tracks in it. An Aerial Boundary is one of my favourite instrumentals of his. There's a full side, so sound quality should be really good, and it is. So I'll maybe try and play a track from that later on. So the album that the chap put in, I picked out his was John Foxx, The Golden Section. This is John Foxx's 3rd album. There's about 3 singles on this. I had the single Like a Miracle, I think I've got it somewhere. So John Foxx was the leader of Ultravox for the first 3 LPs, then he left mid-year, took over. And the 3 LPs are fantastic, new wave electronic albums. Then I got his first 2 albums, which are really good. And then, like a lot of artists, you go off them. This is a wee bit more dancey. But there's 2 or 3 really good tracks on it anyway. I got it fairly cheap, John Foxx. And it fills a wee bit of a hole. Later on I picked up 3 instrumental albums in a box set of John's. So, pretty good. And that LP was from 1983. And my big one this week is John Coltrane. Coltrane 58. And I think this is more or less his complete recordings for Prestige in 1958. And it's an 8-album box set with a 40-page book. It's pretty heavy, but it's just fantastic. So I'll try and show you some of the book. There we go. Got a bit in Rudy Van Gelder. So Prestige had a Friday at Rudy's to record. So Prestige Day was Friday, so Coltrane would go in when it was his turn, and he would do 3 or 4 hours. He would do, I guess, half a shift, as he was generally playing Friday nights. So this is on Craft Records. They've got the usual Prestige label. Just pull one out. 180 grams on the Craft label. And going back again. Try and get this back. Just fantastic. I'll give you a wee what it says about the recording. 40-page book, 8 albums, 60th anniversary. So this was released 2 years ago. Pressed at RTI, remastered from the original analogue tapes, but I think this is what Craft do quite a lot, and it's cut from 192k digital transfers. The sound quality is fantastic. That's all the tracks there. Starts with Lush Life and includes the album at John done with Kenny Burrell. Love it. So anybody want to again get into Coltrane, his early stuff, I think he only wrote maybe 1 track on this, so they were old standards from the 30s, 40s, 50s, and other band members' tracks. So John was just finding his way. He was a member of Miles Davis's band at the time, from 55, 56 to 1960. Just trying to find where we've got it. I mean, Red Garland plays quite a lot on it. Donald Byrd, Paul Chambers, Louis Hayes, Jimmy Cobb on drums on some tracks, Wilbur Harden. That's about it. It's quite a tight band. Art Taylor on a few tracks on drums. What a time to record. You know, these guys were given, I mean, just a carte blanche to go in the studio and make albums, which isn't done anymore. And they were making 5, 6 albums or more a year, quite a lot more, you know. Fantastic way to perfect their technique. And Prestige weren't like Blue Note, who gave them a week to rehearse. Prestige didn't pay that money. So these guys, for these sessions, they went in, recorded whatever they thought they had or whatever, then they'd maybe make an album. Some of Coltrane's albums round about here are tracks for different sessions. But anyway, Coltrane 58, 8 LPs, great quality, not too difficult, as I was going to say, if you're getting into Coltrane, the early albums on Prestige. Love it. So, hope you enjoyed that. Till next week. Catch you later. Bye then.